What is going on, all of you beautiful people, and thank you for tuning into the video today. I have actually not seen too many videos on this topic on YouTube so far, and that topic is what guns should we be leveling up heading into the Warzone integration. This video is going to be focused on degenerates like myself who love running around with the sniper as their primary weapon, especially in Warzone. I want to go over the top 5 sniper support weapons that I think are going to carry over into Warzone. And if you want that leg up on people that have been playing Warzone this whole time and you're on Vanguard, to get that upper hand, I want you to use this double XP to your advantage this weekend. So I'm going to tell you the 5 weapons that I think you should start working on right now. Now, the first weapon on this list is something that I want to get out of the way right off the bat, because I'm sure this isn't going to surprise a single one of you in this video, and that is the MP40. This gun has been terrorizing multiplayer since its release in Vanguard, and I actually am expecting that to transfer over to Warzone. For an SMG, the MP40 has an incredible amount of range, and it'll be able to sustain damage up close for pretty much any gun in the game, maybe besides the next gun that I'm talking about. But another big reason why this gun will be great is it does have a 64 round mag, and that is huge when it comes to trios and squads in Warzone. So if you want something, I'm sure everybody has the MP40 leveled up already. I think this would be a good option to start out, but if you have time to actually look at some of these other weapons, I think there are a couple sleepers that you might want to pick up there. MP40 though, going to be a great gun. So the next gun that I want to tell you guys about is personally the one that I am probably going to use right when Pacific releases, and that is the PPSH. This gun I've actually heard a lot of complaints about in Vanguard so far, but one thing that I do want to say is that guns almost never transfer over to Warzone the exact way that they are in their actual game. We saw that a lot in Black Ops Cold War, so this gun I feel like might be nuts. Even in Vanguard, if you put the 8mm rounds on, you absolutely shred people up close. And also with the 8mm rounds, it makes the recoil so much easier to control, especially if you play on mouse and keyboard like myself. Like I said, I think this thing has the potential to take over the MAC-10 and the PPSH from Cold War. And Raven always seems to make the new weapons good so that they can sell blueprints. So I would definitely look out for this gun. If you've already completed your MP40 and you want to level up another gun, I say put this one in there. Not to mention that it also has a 71 round mag, which is more than the MAC-10 and more than the MP40. I think this thing could be a melt machine up close. Alright, so the third gun on this list is actually another SMG, and that is the M1928. We all know that this is the Thompson, so that's what I'm going to call it from here on out. Now, I think this gun, out of all the weapons on this list, might be the best level 1 gun for Warzone, just because it has the standard 50 round mag off the bat. But you really do not unlock the true potential of this weapon until you unlock the 8mm rounds in Vanguard, and I think that'll carry over pretty well into Warzone Pacific as well, just because of the amount of range that these rounds give you. It does hurt your recoil a little bit, but I think it's pretty manageable with the amount of damage and range that those rounds give you. Range, huge thing for an SMG when being a sniper support. So I think that's a huge win right there. Not to mention that with the 50 round mag, since that is standard, there's no movement speed reduction, and that's also huge. That is something that you'll have to be getting with the MP40 and the PPSH, because their mags are much smaller off the bat than the Thompson. I think this gun could be amazing. I think it might be better than the MP40, but we'll just have to see when Warzone comes out and see how this places in the weapon meta there. Alright, so now the fourth weapon on this list is for all of you AR fans out there. Most of the time I know a lot of people like to use SMGs for their sniper support, but occasionally I do actually like to have ARs as well, just to have a little bit more range depending on how the circle plays out and what you're looking to do there. This next gun is definitely going to be the Automaton. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm going to say it for this video. The Automaton, it's definitely reaping a little bit of havoc in Vanguard multiplayer right now, and I think for good reason. It has really good fire rate for an AR, so it can actually compete with SMGs up close, especially if you have a good shot. That is something I think will transfer over to Warzone pretty well, and that's why I think it would be a good sniper support. It's really just a jack of all trades weapon. And we've seen ARs be good sniper supports in the past. I think the Automaton really does have a chance to shine here. And if you are an AR person over an SMG person, you better get leveling this gun up. It's not too hard to level up because it is really good in Vanguard, but definitely deserves a spot on this list because of the potential that it has with its fire rate and the range that it has for being an AR. Now the last weapon on this list is actually the last AR that you unlock in Vanguard, and that is the Volk. I am not going to say the entire name because I have no clue how to pronounce this, so I'm just going to call it the Volk from here on out. I would say this weapon's pretty similar to the Automaton. It does have a really good fire rate. The one thing that I will say is it does feel like the range is a bit lacking compared to the Automaton. In my opinion, this gun feels a lot like an SMG, so that's why I think it'll be a good sniper support. In my opinion, though, the mag options are a little lacking on this. You either have the 30-round mag or the 60-round mag for the standard ammo type. There's just a lot more options when it comes to Automaton. You have the regular 25-round, which no one's going to use in Warzone. You have the 45, and then you even have the 75 if you want to go insane like that. So this is a little bit lacking in my opinion, but we've seen in the past where developers change up the amount of bullets in a mag just to make it more competitive in Warzone. If this is something that does happen to the Volk and it does feel drastically different than it actually does in Vanguard, I could see this gun being a great weapon when it comes to being a sniper support. That's why I'm putting this at number 5 on the list. If you've leveled up the 4 guns previous to this, definitely give this a try. I think it has potential to be pretty good in Warzone. So I actually did want to put an honorable mention on this list as well, just because with double XP this weekend, and with a little bit more than a week until Warzone Pacific, I assume you guys do have a little bit of time to actually level up these weapons. So I want to give you a 6th weapon just in case, because I think this one could have potential in future metas, and that is the Owen gun. This gun, if you are not great with accuracy, you're not comfortable with your aiming, then maybe don't use this weapon in Warzone because it does punish you with its slow fire rate. But for an SMG, it has incredible range. That's something that I think in Warzone could be huge, especially for a sniper support. I don't see this being used at the beginning of the Vanguard integration in Pacific, but if the meta does change and their stuff gets switched around like it usually does, I think this could actually be eerily similar to what the Milano was for a while in Warzone. And that's why I think this should be your 6th weapon when leveling up in Vanguard, because maybe not at the start it won't be good, but in a future meta, I think this thing could be viable. So may as well use your double XP to the best of your ability and get a 6 done as well. For all of you that made it this far into the video, I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you got some interesting information and I end up saving you a little bit of time with the weapons that you want to actually level up in this game, because weapon leveling is insane. There's 70 levels, so it's very time consuming. I hope I was able to help you out a little bit with that. If anybody that watches this video disagrees with anything that I said here, feel free to leave a comment down below and we could have a little debate down there to see what exactly you think would be a great sniper support weapon. If you liked anything that I said today, or I helped you at all, please consider leaving a like. I really would appreciate that. And if you don't want to see more content like this from me, I'm trying to post every single week, so just drop a subscribe, and I hope to see all of you at my next video. Have a great night, everybody, and see you later.